says gobble gobble.
Well, hello and everybody. Happy day after Thanksgiving. I hope yesterday allowed people to enjoy some quality time with their friends and family and close ones, and even more so get stuffed to the brim with all that delicious food. I know I definitely was, but we're here again on a Friday night with some bonus racing action with the Vigilante Racing League's first ever leftover scramble here at Crandon in the Pro 4 Stadium trucks. Something a little different. Well, I can't even say a little different. Not only are they not on asphalt, they're on dirt. Not only is it a road course, not an oval course, but man, this thing's got some jumps. It's got some berms. I mean, we're gonna see some people maybe do some aerial acrobatics here in these crazy trucks, and I think it's just going to be all around one of those good times. I'm joined in the booth by Mr. Alan English. Alan, how are you doing tonight, man? Is your stomach all full from yesterday?
Man, you just woke me up from my turkey coma again, because I had helpings of everything over again today, and that notch that I gained in my belt here a couple months ago is now lost again. But yeah, this is going to be a fun race. The Pro 4 trucks are awesome. They're 4-wheel drive, tons of horsepower. You see these guys taking some of these hairpins, and they're just in the gas the whole way. Trucks sideways most of the laps. So that's going to make for some interesting passing. These guys are going to be beating and banging on each other a little bit tonight. They're going to try to keep it clean, but this is not a points race. This is a money race exclusively. So maybe some vendettas may get settled tonight. I know at least one guy that'd like to see some of that kind of action, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that we will. And kind of down there wandering around pit road. Hopefully you don't accidentally wander across the track there, Mr. Turner. Man, talk about a great after Thanksgiving event that these guys are putting on here. It's going to be super exciting, and you know, it just might see a little bit of a door banging, kind of fender bending action here.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to see some action like that. Y'all are talking about all this turkey and whatnot. I mean, all I did was drink whiskey. My family does whiskey on Thanksgiving. So a little bit of turkey.
Easier to carve.
Yeah, there's not much carving. Yeah, just bring over a couple bottles and we'll sit by the fire. Kind of what I've been doing. So I may be wandering around this dirt track getting run over. These guys beating and banging. This is a fun race. I don't think anybody's going to take it too serious, but there is pretty big money out there. You know, good purse for tonight's race. So it's going to be something different, something interesting. I don't know what I can bring to the table as far as commenting on this thing, because I don't know much about it other than these trucks jump and they turn right, which is a little weird for us.
Yeah, that it is. As we kind of look at today's race info, and as you can see, that's that course layout here. All dirt, all bunch of fun. Got a couple hairpins, got a couple jumps, got a couple long straightaways where these trucks can actually hit a pretty quick speed of 100 plus miles an hour. So definitely look for that to be a factor as well as normal fixed setups, so everyone's on the same playing field, and a whole bunch of kind of that going on. Just who's going to be the better, more consistent driver here today. But beautiful weather out there, partly sunny skies, fairly calm wind and not too hot. Not that track temp really comes into play here. It's kind of one of those things. Once when that dirt gets all moved around, that's when you might see a little bit of action, but really not too much more than that. But our key to the race tonight, man, it's pretty simple. Just don't die and have fun. It's like we said, no points up for grab, nothing like that. This is all for fun, and if you want a good result and get a good payout, you definitely don't want to be crashing out there, because you're going to lose a lot of time by barrel rolling end over end.
I'm looking at the graphic you have up there of the track configuration, and I guess when they were building this track, they said, well, what kind of path do you want this track to take? And they said, here, let's just take this damn wet spaghetti noodle and throw it to the wall and just fire up the dozer, just follow what the noodle's doing. Yeah, it's crazy, the amount of tight turns that are in this thing. You got a couple of really fast sections of the track with big sweeping corners. So we're going to see some really good speeds out of these trucks. As we mentioned, they have a lot of power and four-wheel drive to get that power to the ground. So hopefully we'll see these guys over 100 miles an hour in some sections of the track.
As we are following Tim Pope here, just so you can see what we're talking about. Got little bumps there, got some hairpins here, and yeah, man, it's going to be definitely interesting.
Yeah, well, let's thank D&D Race Graphics, Keller Williams, Johnson, Tennessee, Ricky Wittenberg. You can use him as your realtor even if you live in Alaska. It doesn't matter. Look them up. Keller Williams, Johnson City, Tennessee, Ricky Wittenberg. Great sponsor. We also have another sponsor tonight, Plumbing Plus. We're learning more about Plumbing Plus, but they're adding to the purse and making it kind of fun for tonight's race.
Yeah, I believe that's Dustin Reilly's organization. I think him and Jeremiah Burke have something to do with Plumbing Plus. So if you want more information on that, get a hold of those guys and point you in the right direction.
Yeah, that would be the hope. As practice is slowly ticking away here, I think we just got a few more minutes of that. I don't know, what would we say? Probably about like 3 or 4 minutes left. Nope, and as I say that, it's over. So it's time to qualify. These guys are going to have 12 minutes of qualifying. If my dang cameras can work, thank you.
You are correct, sir. And then a little bit different tonight. We're doing some heat races. So looks like we got a big enough field to do some heat racing. And then the feature at the end will be 20 laps. So lots of racing in store. Lots of races as we get underway, qualifying. These guys are taking the track.
Yeah, we are.
It's like your local Saturday night dirt track combined with some kind of jumping stuff. I don't know. Hell, I guess the heats are 4 laps, and we'll have the feature of
20 laps.
20? Yeah.
Yes, 20.
It's gonna get us confused, I think.
I'm not sure if we'll have enough trucks. Maybe Brown can speak to this for consolation races. I think we'll just have enough for a couple of heats and then the feature.
By the looks of it, that's what we're gonna do. The way the race was set up, and ooh boy, is the Cobra 3 just taking down a couple trees before we're finishing off with a barrel roll there. Thankfully, everything is fake. Otherwise, we might need the ambulance out there. But yeah, I think it was set up so like the top 3 or 4 from each heat move on, and then like the top 3 or 4 from the consolation would move on to the feature. But based on the number of trucks we have here today, even if a few more join, which hopefully, you still got time. We're still here in qualifying. You got time to jump on in and come race with us here tonight. And it looks like everyone will be making it to that kind of feature race here at the end, which will be 20 laps, which is actually quite a long time, but I think they're going to try to get everything re-stacked up here right around lap 10 or 11.
Yeah, thanks to Jack Dixon and R.D. Osborne for watching on YouTube. And Jack Dixon likes your key to the race, don't die. He thought that was pretty funny. He also said it looks like this ought to be a motocross track. I mean, I'd love to try it. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I could put a knobby tire on the back of my Harley and go try it.
Well, you know what? I'd pay to see that. I'd give you $55 just to go out there and watch you. I'd sit on the top of the camper and put the whiskey out and, hey, go ahead and put your Harley out there. Let's see what happens there, English.
My Road King would be destroyed in one jump. I'm telling you that. So would my back.
Yeah, you'd have some problems.
These trucks got tons of suspension travel. As you watch these guys running around, look how far these axles move when this truck jumps. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to just be consistent to run up front and make no mistakes. Kind of go smooth. You don't have to go too fast. But we've run a couple of these ourselves. I think this track is really fun as a driver.
Yes.
As somebody watching it, I don't know. It's kind of hard to follow at times, but when people hit trees and stuff, we like that. It's always cool to see mayhem.
Well, I've got my camera focused on most exciting, so hopefully we'll see some side-by-side passes and stuff at some of these corners. And it's kind of tricky as these things get sideways. I mean, it's tricky during an oval dirt race. Now that you add different size turns, you got hairpins and big sweepers. So these guys take different lines through some of these turns too. So look for that as well. Everybody's driving it different. I'm not sure. Are we going to get an overland start here?
I believe we are. So we're going to have just this crazy mess of cars all trying to get down into turn 1. And man, it's just something we're going to have to wait and watch out to see, as currently Just Vaught and Dustin really sitting there with the fastest lap time, but Jeremiah Burke not too far off. And I mean, we saw it as these guys continued to put laps and got a rhythm down in here. They didn't do too terrible of a job. They're able to kind of run around here without that many issues and actually put in some decent laps.
And Klafka's got a decent time too. I think he's sitting there in 5th or so. He was pretty clean going around there.
Is that the old land rush start y'all are talking about?
Yes. So
if
Jack Dixon mentioned motocross. It's kind of like the same thing, right?
Yeah. Is it where you got to wait for the green, right? And
yeah.
then
Everybody
you just land rush it all the way down. Yeah.
Exactly.
So who's going to be the guy that gets black flagged on that? We should take bets on that.
I mean, you really can. I mean,
I thought
unless you jump,
you could.
it's
You
standing
could jump the start.
Yeah, you can jump the start. So what happens is that they won't black flag you and tell you to come in. I think it just tacks on time to the end of your run. So if you jump the green or if you cut a corner, it's just going to add a few seconds to your finishing time. So once everybody crosses the line, it's going to add that time on the end of your heat. I believe that's how they have it set up.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a setup there. As you see there, the Ford just fought running into some lap traffic, but he's side by side with Kelly Keel right now, going over one of these jumps and heading off down into, I believe that's the final turn where that start-finish line is. Little bit of contact there, so that's going to invalidate those lap times, but still not too bad, and that's some of the racing action you can look forward to here tonight.
And there's no incident limit. There's also no fast repair limit. So if these guys get the trucks all beat up, all they got to do is cruise back down into the pits, get a brand new truck, and head straight back out.
So full damage, but no fast repair limit.
That's correct.
And no cautions, of course, this track like this. So I think we're just going to see some wide open mayhem and carnage and, just survive the damn thing, try to win $55.
Yeah, that's what the winner will get. That they're actually paying out the top 5 positions, so that's pretty awesome. That and a lot of that's because Plumbing Plus came on with D&D Race Graphics and Pam and Ricky Wittenberg, Keller Williams. Yeah, as we mentioned, wherever you're at in the country, you can get a hold of Ricky. And he'll do the research. He puts in the man hours. He will find a quality realtor in your area that specializes in what you want. So once he lines you up with somebody that's perfect for your situation, and he doesn't just Google and say, okay, let's find, just find the nearest realtor. No, he does not do that. He's got a network of experts, because that's what you need when you're buying or selling a house. You need an expert on your side. That's what Ricky Wittenberg does, and if he gets a little cut of the commission, it goes back into this league and makes everything better for this league. So definitely support guys like Ricky that support this racing, and they bring this broadcasting to you. So thanks to him, his other outfit, D&D Graphics, and Plumbing Plus for being on board tonight and supplying the purse.
As we just got about 4 more minutes here left to this qualifying time. And again, qualifying really not going to do too much here today other than add some, maybe a little bit of confidence knowing how you stack up against some of these other guys, because everyone's going to be starting on a relatively even playing field, but also kind of divides that field in half for these heats. Probably taking about half and half. So like all the odd numbers where they qualify are going to be in one heat, and all the even numbers where they qualify are going to be in the second heat. And like we said, I think probably no consolation here tonight. It's probably going to skip right on to the feature here. But those heat races, those are going to be short. Those are only 4 laps long, so that's going to be talk about a sprint from the get-go. Just to, who knows? You might want to, add a little bit of bragging rights to your name. Like, yeah, I won that heat. That's right.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, well, I think they're all just here for the money, man. This is the cooler thing about Vigilante Racing. And don't forget to mention the Vigilante Report podcast, which is super cool. These guys do. Ricky and Josh Bittner put on that. And they talk about the league. They talk about other things. And it's really cool. Talk to drivers, and hell, they talked to us one time, so it's got to be cool if they're talking to us. So
They
awesome
usually have
stuff.
a spotlight driver. They'll review, they'll break down the previous week's race in extreme detail, and then they'll do a preview to next week's race. So if you want to know what's going on in the league, get on SoundCloud for sure and check out that video.
Yeah, ooh, that's. I'm just watching practice.
Yeah, see, really?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. This is gonna be fun, but yeah, listen to that, and they're gonna. I'm sure they'll rehash some of this race along with, last week's race as well, as far as the real truck racing and Vigilante Racing League.
I think this is the first special event we've done for them since the recruitment races before the season started. So this is kind of fun for us because it's a break from the norm. It's less serious,
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't even know what's happening here. I'm on the edge like everybody else. Everybody's beating and banging in practice and qualifying, and it'll be fun for sure. Definitely fun.
And so while we're kind of sitting here just watching people go around, put some laps in, and do all that, let's. What are some of your guys' picks for this week in this, just little exhibition race? We normally don't get too much time to, pick a truck that we like and who we might think win this thing when it's all said and done. So let's kind of go through that. Mr. English, who do you think we're going to expect to see some good action out of?
Well, it's hard to say because we haven't really seen these guys in this format before, but guys like Bittner, watch that 84 Killer Williams truck out there. I know he'd like to get a good finish, get that Killer Williams name back out there again, but then look at Osborne. Osborne had one heck of a time in practice, so he's doing great. And Russell Endicott's racing with us tonight. He's a two-time super fan, always watching the races, pulling for his friend in the 12 machine Albert Anderson during his races, and he's joining us tonight. So I don't know, man. I kind of had the feeling that, and Ricky mentioned this earlier in the week, something about, man, everybody might be chasing really. Oh, it looks like we're lining up for our land rush start here, bud.
That we are. So your 7 drivers in this heat are going to be Dustin Reilly, Jess Vaught, Jeremiah Burke, Ricky Wittenberg, Simon the Cobra Regis, Kelly Keel, and that 11 of Russell Endicott. So this is going to be a interesting first heat. Dustin Reilly and Jess Vaught both showing a lot of quick times out there, but who knows, that newcomer and fan of these broadcasts, Russell Endicott, man, he's might be one to watch out for, as well as these guys beat and bang down across through this land rush start. But you know what, here we are getting ready, all gridding up, all side by side, ready to get going off and down into turn number 1. I think the lights are going to be turned off here in just a second, but man, oh man, talk about a great way to start off the events here tonight. And here we go, down and across the grass. Contact already on that outside. Russell Endicott, Ricky Wittenberg already side by side. Oh, big contact with Ricky Wittenberg out there as Dustin Reilly is able to get off fairly clean right in front of Kelly Keel and Jeremiah Burke as they head on down through turns 1 and across that line into the first of the hairpins. Oh no, there's Simon the Cobra Regis taking a tumble down and across that line. Man, oh man, hopefully he can stay on those wheels and keep rolling. There's also no damage here tonight for these guys, as kind of realized their trucks are going to be in the pits most of the time if that was the case. But now we're kind of got a solid top 4 going here with Dustin Reilly, Kelly Keel, Jess Vaught, and Jeremiah Burke heading across that finish line, completing that first lap. And man, talk about a exciting first lap.
Talk about a little reversal. Albert Anderson is pulling for Russ Endicott on the Facebook page. So thanks, Albert, for that. Oh, man, we got a truck in the wall right here behind the 4 truck.
Yeah, man, that was Jeremiah Burke in that 753. As we head into this very sharp hairpin into another kind of straightaway here with a little bit of a kind of a rhythm section, you might want to call it, in that kind of motocross kind of style here, with Kelly Keel still battling with Jess Vaught in that kind of second position. Almost getting into it here off that jump, and right almost landing on top of him was Jess Vaught with Kelly, as Kelly bangs that outside wall. Dustin really this entire time still kind of driving off into the sunset a little bit here, away from these guys, but heading into another one of these hairpin turns through and through. Still nose to tail, beaten and banging.
Peyton McGowan on YouTube saying carnage. Oh yeah, and Jack Nixon saying I completely regret not purchasing.
Oh no, as the 11 of Russ Endicott gets into the 753 of Burke, as he was kind of a little sideways and tipped over in one of those corners, so able to.
Yeah, Russ Endicott may have been on the whiskey my family's had over the last couple of days. Well, he had a rough one.
He was upside down for a minute.
So Dustin really still out there in front. Oops, let me actually put the ticker on there so we can show people who's kind of where here. Looks like Jess Vaught able to get around Kelly and drive away just a little bit there, but behind them you got Kelly and Jeremiah going side by side through that last corner, and still neck and neck. Looks like Simon the Cobra 3 just able to keep it on those wheels and keep on rolling out. He's just a little bit behind these guys, and Ricky Wittenberg still trying to get a little bit of lap time back here, as I think Jess Vaught still kind of slowly getting pulled away by Dustin really, as Jeremiah Burke takes a trip through the grass, able to keep it going and get it back on that kind of course here, but Russell Endicott unfortunately out in the pits as of right now. But yeah, Dustin really coming down and through. Don't know why my leaderboard here kind of just flipped around on me, but we have I believe it's the white flag as we're making these final jumps. Dustin really coming through some of these last corners. Man, it's talk about excitement out of this first heat, and we still have another heat and a main to go.
He's got one more lap to go. I believe this is lap 3.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing when they're out there beating each other up and track's getting slick. I'm not sure what's happening, but it is pretty fun to watch.
I'll tell you what, Dustin really is making it look easy, but Jess Vaught, to his credit, he's making tracks. He's trying to catch up to him. I'm not sure that he'll get there. He needs Dustin really to make a mistake, I think.
I think so, yes, as we do take the white flag this time by. Here we go. Final lap for these two. Jess Vaught basically just about able to keep pace there, actually running a little quicker from than Dustin really right there in front of him. But Kelly Keel and Jeremiah Burke still neck and neck as they come through one of these hairpins. Both of them taking very aggressive lines, trying to not let the other one pass as they go down this back straightaway with a little bit of some jumps and bumps there, coming into another hairpin, making that sharp U-turn out and around. Jeremiah Burke trying to get to that inside and making it stick of Kelly Keel, but not quite letting it happen, as Dustin really only a couple corners away here from winning this thing, heading on down through one last jump and kind of back straightaway. 1 or 2 more turns left, including this tight hairpin turn, able to get through there quite cleanly, with Jess Vaught still trying to claw his way back in, as Kelly Keel and Jeremiah Burke gonna be sideways across that jump, gonna go into this final corner. Sending it very deep was Burke and Keel. They're going to be sideways here across the line. Who's going to cross it first? It's going to be Jeremiah Burke to take that third spot away from Kelly Keel.
That was close.
And that's crazy. I'm looking for the flag man. I don't even think they put him out there. They're afraid he was going to get killed. Yeah, it's too dangerous. But well, that was fun. I like the aggressiveness. Ricky Wittenberg looks like he's finishing it up here.
Yeah, just starting to finish it up there in that 6th spot. Still have Russell Endicott out there just trying to finish up his little bit of efforts here. He's going to be the last truck out there on the racetrack. So Dustin Riley, Jess Vaught, Jeremiah Burke, your top 3, followed by Kelly Keel, Simon the Cobra Regis, Ricky Wittenberg, and then Russell Endicott bringing up that rear. But don't worry, Russ. I think you're moving on to that feature no matter what, as he's taking a little bit of a detour around, trying to work his way through the rest of this course. One final turn, sending it in, using those brakes, not utilizing that e-brake to kind of send it into a drift and across the line to finish that one up.
Don't go anywhere, folks. The next heat is starting almost immediately after this one. So it looks like they're about to grid right now. So don't go anywhere. Don't go get no popcorn or go get another beer.
But I want that. I want both of those things, popcorn and beer.
Right now, man.
That they are. So your starting grid for heat number 2 is going to be 6 trucks. That's going to be Timothy Pope, Josh Bittner, Eric Klafka, Jonathan Osborne, Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, and Albert Anderson III, all ready and lined up here. So let's take a look-see to kind of just watch what happens here as they get ready to take to this green flag, waiting for those lights and horns to start. Revving those trucks right on up. And away we go. Fast, clean start here across the field as everyone making it to the dirt fairly safely. Timothy Pope sticking to that inside wall, able to get the run. Gets a little bump from Jonathan Osborne to kind of keep that lead, but we got a very clean start here to begin with as Albert Anderson, oh no, as Josh Bittner goes tumbling down through the course. Looked like Eric Klafka might have got into into Josh Bittner a little bit there, and unfortunately not landing on his wheel, so he's going to have to tow as Jonathan Osborne gets clipped again by Albert Anderson. Still driving it out though, Albert taking that wide line through that kind of big wide S, and again taking that wide line, utilizing some grass as Osborne's into that inside wall. He's mounted that one a little bit. He might end up being stuck a little bit. If he keeps going, he might eventually find a little break in that concrete. But Timothy Pope, man, we see him do some work on the asphalt ovals. He's putting in some work here tonight. Right now leading this thing by a solid 2.5 seconds or so, as Eric Klafka is now in second. Albert Anderson III's got Dave Mayberry right behind him, so we're definitely not done racing here yet, as Josh Bittner able to come out of the pits now, so he's going to start putting in some laps and trying to catch on up to these guys as man, Albert Anderson having some struggles out there, keeping it on that dirt racing surface, utilizing that grass. So Dave able to get around, but he's going barrel rolling after a hard landing coming out of one of those turns. And
what in the hell?
It doesn't look like he's going to be able to continue on as Josh Bittner tows once again. We didn't see what happened there. Let's take a quick look back and see what happened to Josh Bittner, as he's kind of just driving all on his own. The first time kind of really wasn't his fault, but yeah, just getting a little too close to that inside grass, and it's a turtle.
And Bittner had a rough start because he landed in the bed of the 81's truck right there at the beginning off of one of those jumps. So yeah, the 84 Bittner and that Keller Williams machine having a little bit of a rough night tonight. He barrel rolled.
Hot Rod got it going. Dave Hot Rod Mayberry. He got that turtle rolled over, so he's still out there. He didn't have to tow.
So out in front, we've got Timothy Pope, where he normally is every Wednesday night. We see him out in front quite a bit. Got a 3.5 second lead over Eric Klafka. It's going to be a tough challenge for Klafka to make up that amount of time with the 2 laps remaining here. But everyone's got a pretty good gap here, so they don't need to push it too hard other than to try to maybe catch up to the person in front of them. Not that they're even thinking about that. I think they're just kind of tunnel visioned, trying to get that truck as quickly as possible around this short course. And talk about, we had a great start. It was fairly clean, and then we hit that first jump, and it was all carnage from there.
It turned into mayhem. That's for sure. But hey, you want to know about Plumbing Plus Home Service for plumbing? 931-279-4225. That's the phone number. 931-279-4225. Plumbing Plus, have them set you up with the plumbing. You got an issue, especially after Thanksgiving. You may
challenge the after a big holiday like this, a big eating holiday. I definitely challenge the plumbing in my house.
I was thinking of you when I was
okay.
reading that. Yeah.
As we continue to tick laps off here, Timothy Pope, I think, is going to be coming to that line here in just under, half a lap to take that white flag and cap this heat off with a win, as Dave Mayberry taking a long drive through that grass. I don't know if he joined the correct side, but now he's caught right on up to Jonathan Osborne here in fourth, making that little crossover, getting a clean line through the jump. Osborne gets into the back of him, so they're side by side as they come through and across down into this, I don't even want to call it a back straightaway, just this little kind of back area into this sharp hairpin. They're going to still be side by side, dirt track drifting through here. Man, oh man, not an inch given there from Osborne or Mayberry, coming through and up into the final turn. Oh no, Osborne cut it a little too deep, but Dave Mayberry gave him that little bit of a bump, and man, oh man.
What a finish for those two.
Well, they finished? They're still going? I don't know what's happening out here.
It looks like
they just started running. Lap 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the final lap as well, man. Oh, goodness. That's Timothy Pope coming down and through, continuing to kind of dominate this heat, still like 4+ seconds ahead of Eric Klafka, who's been doing a solid job driving that truck here. But we're going to return to the Osborne and Mayberry battle that we got going on here.
Yeah, that's really the thing that's happening out here on the track. These guys are about to eat each other's lunch, man. It's really fun to watch.
Coming out of that jump into a tight hairpin, man, that corner is very difficult. You almost got to start sending it into the corner while you're about ready to go into the mid-air section of that little corner. Very tough here as they go into, onto wheels. Dave Mayberry into one of these final 2 hairpins, coming down and across one final jump and one final turn. As Osborne sends it in, little deep goes Mayberry. Contact is made side by side, door to door, and across the line they go as Osborne's able to keep that spot away from Dave Mayberry.
Whoa, and he kicked the tail end at him there at the end and looked like, hey, that was awesome. That was really fun to watch.
Josh Bittner finally making it across the line. Man, that was not his heat at all. So we're going to have a moment of kind of warm-ups here. So man, oh man, talk about crazy exciting racing action that we figured we would see, but good gracious.
And good job on Klafka for finishing as well as he did in that heat, and that'll reward him with a decent grid right here in our feature, because we had enough drivers apply. It looks like everybody's going to make it to the 20-lap feature. Little warm-up session going on now, but basically the heats that we had just kind of set the starting order for the feature. So Russ Endicott's got some work to do. He's back there in at the back of the field, 11th spot, or I'm sorry, 13th spot. in that 11 machine, and Bittner's back there with him. Kelly Kill, he's got some work to do as well. But check out your front row. You got here Dustin Riley and Timothy Pope. It's gonna be exciting. I guess they're not doing a land rush start for the feature. Is that what I'm?
Maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, at the same time, it kind of depends. I mean, we saw there Timothy Pope had that inside kind of for that hole shot, and he was able to get through that fairly clean. So that might kind of be like, you'd see in the Olympics, those swimmers, right? You don't want to be necessarily on either end of the pool. You kind of want to be right on the middle, so you don't have to turn your head to look to see where you are compared to where everyone else is. You can just kind of see them out of the corner of your eye there.
Lane choice is important. Drag racing or truck racing or swimming or whatever. But forgive us of our ignorance here, folks. This is the first time we've ever done a race like this, so we're still learning a little bit. So please bear with us if we say something that's
are people making fun of us on the Facebook yet?
I mean, I would be probably.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, we don't know what the hell's going on. I sure don't. So, I'm just gonna watch like the rest of y'all and see what happens. But I know 728 Timothy Pope. I wouldn't count that guy out of nothing. I think we could stick him in a big rig and have a big rig race, and he'd be in the top.
If it's got
part of that.
Certain guys are like that, right, Adam? If it's got wheels, they can drive it. So
right, exactly.
He's just one of those cats.
Throw him in there; he'll be fine.
Jeremiah Burke saying, "Is it as exciting on TV as it feels in the cockpit?" Oh, definitely.
Well,
definitely
I don't know. I've driven these. I think they're really fun. You get kind of caught up in the moment. Some of the stuff we did see, the side by side, especially with Osborne there and Mayberry, man, that was really cool. That was fun.
Hey, Brown, what? Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. Go ahead.
No, I'm done with my sentence.
Hey, what does a gyro cam from the cockpit look going around here, especially with all these jumps and stuff?
Well, you know what? Let's take a look and see if I even have one. As we're right around here, just with Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, who had that great fight there, kind of towards the end. And yeah, you can just watch how these guys come through. This is just a little bit of a rhythm section, and into the final hairpin turn, you're gonna see these trucks also really like to go up on two wheels when you turn it really, really tight. And oh my goodness, man, I can't believe that gyro cam has enough movement available with how much these trucks are tip-topping and turning over.
That's insane. What a view.
Yahtzee.
Every time they hit one of these jumps and they don't hit it perfectly square, that can really hurt your line coming out, you know what I mean?
And
that's amazing.
We saw it in it's even more so in that last race. We saw in that final turn, it's a hairpin with a very short shot up to that finish. So when we get to the big time main race here, definitely look to see how that's going to affect some of these guys. As if you send it in there and the truck digs just a little bit too much, you're going to lose a lot of momentum. And I mean, we saw Mayberry send it in hot, and he was able to almost make up some an actual position doing that.
Yeah, and it's stuff like this. It's about traction management. I mean, there's certain times you want that truck to rotate and slide out from underneath you to make a turn and keep your desired line. As it looks like, here we go. It is a land rush start. Oh, this is going to be great with this many trucks. Looks like we got a couple of rows. So the lower qualified trucks will be starting behind the upper trucks. You see there your
it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think 9 trucks up at the front. So The back row is going to be a little short, but we're going to start it off with Dustin Reilly and Timothy Pope side by side with Jess Vaught, Eric Klafka, Jeremiah Burke, Albert Anderson, Simon the Cobra Regis, Jonathan Osborne, Ricky Wittenberg, Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, Jonathan Osborne. Oh man, I ran out of time here. Here we go. Land rush start. Look at all these trucks bouncing all across. Oh, big contact in the back. I believe that was Eric Klafka and Russell Endicott having some issues, but they're able to keep it rolling forward as Dustin really getting a clean start there. But right behind them, you got Kelly Keel and a whole mess of trucks coming up and over that last hump with Albert Anderson, Jess Vaught, and Timothy Pope all caught up in there as well. Timothy Pope is going to be able to keep on rolling through. It looks like Jess Vaught had a little bit of an issue there, not able to get the clean jump that he wanted, but someone who got a clean start here this time is going to be that 84 of Josh Bittner, able to get that cleaner kind of run and start. So we got our main race underway here. You got Dustin Reilly up at the front, followed by Kelly Keel, Timothy Pope, Josh Bittner, and Simon the Cobra Regis in that top 5. But Ricky Wittenberg, Jonathan Osborne, and and Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, a little bit of contact, but they're able to kind of sort through that. I'm showing Dave Mayberry a lap down. I think I don't know if he missed the start or something, but he's being shown that lap down as we head into this hairpin. Ooh, little bit of contact there with Osborne and Wittenberg, as up here with Kelly Keel and Timothy Pope battling second and third side by side. Little bit of contact going across the jump, into the jump where you kind of have to send it almost into the turn mid-air. And it looks like Timothy Pope was able to take that position away from Kelly Keel. So we'll just have to wait and see if Pope can chase down that truck of Dustin Reilly. It'll be interesting to see nonetheless, as Ricky Wittenberg and Jonathan Osborne finally got a little bit of separation there. But now it's Josh Bittner and Kelly Keel fighting it out, getting a little beating and banging action here going on. Man, Kelly sending it in really deep into that final hairpin turn to come across that line.
Yeah, that was happening, and Simon the Cobra Regis was on his side. He had a toe.
Osborne had a kind of a rough start, went over the wall on the lap 1, but has really regained his confidence and skill as he makes his way through the field, and he's doing pretty well now.
And slowly trying to get back up to Ricky Wittenberg. He's got Jess Vaught and Eric Klafka and Dave Hot Rod Mayberry not too far behind. Oh, as there's contact there with Vaught and Osborne, trying to get those trucks wound up for that sharp corner. That's going to send Osborne down into the grass and allow Jess Vaught to make up that position.
Thanks so much to Ashley Osborne for being on here tonight on YouTube, pulling for her brother as he gets in the back of Jess Vaught. And Lori on YouTube also saying, good luck, guys.
No.
Let's go, Jess. Don't mow the lawn tonight.
As the 81 of Osborne goes break dancing down into that turn, able to get it back on the wheels and keep rolling. But now we got Jess Vaught catching up to that truck of Ricky Wittenberg here, as man, oh man, talk about up here kind of towards the front. You still have Josh Bittner and Kelly Keel and Tim Pope still battling this one out as they came across the line there. Still a long way to go, as I believe we're going to have that midway caution, get everyone grouped back up. I think, can't quite hold me to that. They might change their mind here as this thing continues to roll around, as Ricky Wittenberg has that challenge from Josh Vaught coming up from behind.
Yeah, Peyton McGowan pulling for Josh Bittner tonight on YouTube. Thanks for showing up. And Jack Dixon says, hey, man, we ought to throw the Gander trucks here for an all-star race in Vigilante Season 2. I think that might be a disaster because they tried it the other night, and there was a lot of damage.
It would be good, but I was going to mention to y'all, have y'all ever...
Ooh, as Josh Bittner sends it just a little too deep into one of those corners, able to get it back onto the wheels, but that's going to allow Kelly Keel to drive off, as now Ricky Wittenberg and Jess Vaught have caught up to Josh Bittner to that fifth paying spot up there, as Albert Anderson taking a little bit of a ride, able to get that one back on its wheels. He's got Jonathan Osborne right there, but kind of right by him. And same thing with Dave, the Hot Rod Mayberry. You got Simon the Cobra Regis, who's looking to be a lap down right now, but still out there running, coming through some of these turns, trying to keep it nice and clean. He's right kind of in between first and second there, so Timothy Pope trying to hopefully get through him cleanly, but Kelly Kill having some good luck here so far as well to keep this thing rolling on as they head off into that kind of hairpin turn, and you can just see all the dust that's being kicked up by these guys.
Yeah, I was going to mention, have y'all ever seen that lawnmower races?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is what it reminds me of here, and just on a larger scale. Just YouTube some redneck lawnmower races, and that's kind of what we're looking at here.
Jonathan Osborne just set your fastest lap time of the night, a 1:18.73.
Well,
81 trucks fast tonight.
If that holds, he's in the money for at least $5.
Oh, as Jess Vaught made his way around Ricky Wittenberg, but got up into that wall, so he's going to end up being able to take that spot back away, but sending it a little deep, and contact is Jess Vaught and Ricky Wittenberg. Man, oh man, talk about battle that these two have been putting on. One of the closest battles we got out there, actually physically on the track right now, is Jonathan Osborne's seeing the battle happening in front of him, trying to put in some clean corners and make up as much ground as he can, as Kelly Keel slowly trying to catch back up to that purple-pink truck of Timothy Pope.
Mike McGowan said, dude is sending it. Talking about Bittner.
Which dude? They're all sending it, it looks like.
And then Ashley Osborne said that Jonathan Osborne said he was going to send it tonight, too.
He has been. He's having a really good race. Yeah, he's really having a hell of a race out there. And
why not? I mean, it's not
him.
for points. It's for money. So
yeah, he's got $5 already in his pocket if he can hold that fastest lap time lead. So
okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, $5 for the fast time.
As I think they make their way around the lap truck of Russ Endicott. Still having some bad luck, unfortunately. Not in last place, though. He's about to make up some ground, I think, on the Cobra Simon Regis, as he had to tow to the pits once again here. As now we got Josh Bittner kind of catching up, trying to make his way through him, sending the 11 down and across the kind of wrong way on the track, but able to keep it rolling. That's a good thing about these trucks, especially when damage is turned off. But holy smokes, look at the action we got going on here. Ricky Wittenberg, Jonathan Osborne, and the 11 all getting tangled up back here. Able to finally sort that one out, but Jonathan Osborne and Ricky still having a great battle here, as Jess Vaught able to drive away from these two, as we got contact, and that's going to turtle and send over the 81. The 29 able to give him a, not necessarily on purpose either, a little nudge to get him back over onto the wheels to keep everything rolling here. As you can see, the 11 having some issues out there in the grass, trying to get it back to that dirt racing surface. But man, oh man, Hot Rod Mayberry and Jonathan Osborne now having a little battle, sending it into that turn where you kind of got to jump and aerial into it, able to get it all worked around, and here we go.
Thanks to Jessica for watching us on YouTube too, and Jack Dixon for his comments as well. Yeah, man, that was wild seeing Ricky Wittenberg basically turtle the 81, and then the trucks that were hitting him flipped him back on his wheels. So, oh man, this is nuts. I don't think I've laughed this much during a race. This has just been a joy to watch.
Yeah, you think these guys are laughing out here? Are they getting they want justice? Do you think they want justice? I think so.
Talking to these guys, the practices they've had, they've just had a freaking.
That was pretty funny. We were talking about Osborne there, and he got turned, flipped, but he's still out there. Now he's back like magnets with Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, so that should be a good battle
as we got even more side-by-side action, and this is all the way back in 10th and 11th. Jeremiah Burke and Albert Anderson, they were side-by-side for about half a lap there. I don't know how they got those guys kept it clean, but as they come across the line, Jeremiah Burke able to kind of take that position away. But we got more action once again up here with Jonathan Osborne and Dave Mayberry. Those two have closed the gap quite a bit. And Kelly Keel is approaching Timothy Pope at a decent margin here, coming through some of these hairpins and jumps and whatnot, making up ground ever so slowly. But either way, man, Dustin really looks to be quite at home here. Oh, as Kelly Keel had to lift to get out of that corner. Otherwise, he and Pope were going to go for a ride across that little jump across the start-finish line there. So
we got a pile up. It's the 20 and somebody else upside down in the corner.
Jeremiah Burke and the 020.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness. What a wreck.
Oh, he's going to help him. Oh, there we go. A little help.
Yeah, let's
Cobra.
just kind of see what happened here. No, it looks like I think Simon went to go help him out in the first place. I don't know how he managed to get upside down in the first place there, but just some friendly, hey, I got you, bud. I got you.
Yeah, they're just trying to help each other out, trying to flip them, and then they flip themselves, and now they're in the pits.
Yeah, both Jeremiah Burke and Russ Endicott sitting in the pits right now as Simon the Cobra 3 just taking that drive around. Oh, man. As looks like Ricky Wittenberg's got a little bit of a challenge from Jonathan Osborne here once again. Jonathan, we saw him in practice. I think if he just gets some clean track, he can make up a whole bunch of ground, which he did here. Able to catch on up to Ricky as they come through one of those hairpins and trying to get something going here, sending it very hard and across that jump into this final hairpin, working on that inside line, able to catch up and go side to side a little bit there, but he's going to have to try a little harder than that to get that pass done.
Jack Dixon saying Osborne's so fast every week.
Oh, big contact between Wittenberg and Osborne, and he returns the favor by flipping Ricky Wittenberg over onto his shell.
Well,
Osborne saying, keep it clean, Chachi, keep sending it.
he sent it all right.
It looked like Dave Hot Rod Mayberry trying to flip him over, couldn't do it, so he said, you know what, I'll be back around at some point. And unfortunately for Ricky, that's going to force him to take a tow and take that little ride off down into the pits as we got right around 12 laps here to go. Dustin really way out in front of Timothy Pope and Kelly Keel as this thing continues to drive on around. And all that action, though, it let Jonathan Osborne slow down a little bit and let Eric Klafka catch up just a little bit as well. So Eric Klafka trying to make up some ground after some little bit of craziness. Josh Bittner is going to face some action here with Jess Vaught.
Oh, caution's out. We got a competition caution here at lap 10. So you were right. They're going to stack them back up, and we're going to get some more close action here as Dustin Really's breathing room is now gone.
I don't think he has to worry about it. He's proven he's pretty good at this.
Pretty damn good.
Where is this damn place? Crandon? Is that somewhere in what town? State is that? Where are we?
Wisconsin.
Oh man, because I was looking at these trees and I was thinking, man, there could be some good deer out here, you know.
Might be some elk or some muleys.
Well, I don't know about elk in Wisconsin, but maybe.
Maybe.
Definitely muleys. I'm just thinking about putting some on a table. No, it's hunting season. Yeah, my mind is elsewhere.
Black-tailed deer up there? I'm not sure.
Man, they probably got all kinds of stuff. I know they have things that you can fish on ice.
They
You ever
got
heard of
fish
something
with
like that?
teeth, man. They got fish with teeth up there.
Yeah, I've only seen a fish with teeth in the ocean, but up there they got them in the fresh water, and you catch them on ice. Have you ever seen something like that? You go out and you put like a heater on the ice. You drill a hole in the ice and you put it in like a little tent, and you just hang out there and you catch
Sounds like
fish.
a bad idea, man.
No, I don't think so. I've talked to some people. They do that.
Yeah, our buddy Adam S. up there in Minnesota does it all the time.
Yeah, Scattered. He's always out there fishing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know where that came from.
Brown, what do you think's going to happen here? We got at least one truck getting a lap back here.
Yeah, I think this is going to allow some people to get some lap back. get everything all stacked up. I think it's going to be a single file restart here, so the action shouldn't be too crazy. I don't think up at the front, but it's kind of in that middle, I think, is where we're going to have to watch out for the kind of ridiculous action going on. But
why isn't the pace truck driver getting sideways out there? I'd be doing it.
Because he's a professional.
He's not an idiot. I mean, let the guy do his thing. What? What are you even talking about? We put you in charge. I wish there would be an option where we could put one of us as the pace truck. That would be interesting, right?
I would so do that every week.
You could broadcast from the pace truck doing your little drifting around the track at God knows how fast. You'd probably roll it and put it in the wall.
Might not be a good idea after all.
Be pretty fun to watch.
Might have to cancel that one.
No, that's lobby iRacing for that. That's a pretty cool idea.
So knowing how we stand as of right now, with Dustin really up at the front, followed by Pope, Keel, Bittner, and Vaught, who holds the fastest lap time so far there, English? Are you, because I know you've been tracking that a little bit.
I have to look back down through here. It looks like Jonathan Osborne still has it. And he's going to be starting in the 6th position. Oh, got a couple of... Oh, we got pit stops happening.
Yeah, they might not have been able to make it on fuel either, so this is going to be something good to see from some of these guys. You know,
fuel only here?
Well, yeah, I don't think you need tires. I think it's just top up on fuel. That's going to be long enough and able to get right on back out there. So not really a race off of pit road, but some people looked like had some problems getting into their pit box because it looks like Jess Vaught was able to jump up a few spots right in between Reilly and Pope. So
Pope had issues, man. He had a 15-second stop. He had some problems.
Yeah, America's driver Albert Anderson looked like he overshot his pit box as well.
It's easy to do. I mean, there's no painted stripes or anything. You just have to see your pit box there and stop by your toolbox there. I mean, it'd be hard not to overrun it. These guys catch back up to the field that's pacing. Let's talk once again about D&D race graphics. Ricky paints cars, man, and he does one hell of a job. So if you need a iRacing vehicle painted, no matter what it is, he can hook you up. Look him up on Facebook, D&D Race Graphics. Graphics is spelled Grafix. And also Pam and Ricky Wittenberg, Keller Williams on Facebook as well. Looking for a house, man, or looking to get rid of yours. Get a hold of him, and he can find a realtor in your area, no matter where you're at in the country. So, and also Plumbing Plus. Thanks for coming on tonight, kicking a little bit of extra money into the pot. We love these money races, man. It's so much fun to broadcast. It really is. Amy Klafka pulling for Eric in the 88 on YouTube. Thanks, Amy, for joining us.
Yeah, so I got a short poll question real quick about Thanksgiving. You know, I did whiskey for Thanksgiving, but what about deviled eggs? If you had them or didn't? There's a huge controversy at my house because somebody didn't bring them and they were supposed to, and it turned into hell on earth.
So listen, deviled eggs. Okay, if somebody offers me like 3 scrambled eggs, oh, there's no way in hell. I cannot eat that many scrambled eggs. But if somebody offers me 10 deviled eggs, oh yeah, that's easy. I can eat that many. So okay. I love deviled eggs.
I'm on the same page, but there was an issue here and miscommunication, and there was none provided, and it turned into a world war basically, and
Lord,
nobody was happy because they didn't have them. I was just seeing if it was kind of the same way in y'all's part of the country.
For us, it kind of depends. We tend to kind of split the years. Every other year I'm either at my sister's house or at my aunt's house for our kind of family Thanksgiving gathering. And when we're not at my aunt's house and at my sister's house, we typically are we do have deviled eggs. I personally am not a fan of the deviled eggs, so I don't partake in those. However, However, at my sister's house we don't have them, so I don't worry about it. But for me it's the green bean casserole. If someone messes up and doesn't bring the green bean casserole, then someone really messed
Well,
up.
we didn't bring that either, so you would have hated us.
Oof.
Well, you would have liked us because you. Well, anyway, I digress.
The
However,
pace truck did catch some air a couple of times. I'm sorry, Adam.
yeah, but maybe take a poll on the FaceTime. See what they think about the deviled eggs.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. I need them, and they were not provided to me. And there was a whole family brawl out in the yard. I won't talk about that.
Learn how to make them. I mean,
I know how to make them. I was making everything else. What the hell do you think's going on around here? Anyway, looks like we're gonna race again.
Yeah, we're actually going to have a 2-wide start here as the pace truck comes off down into the pit road. And it's kind of at leader's discretion here up at the front with Dustin Really and Jess Vaught side by side on when these trucks are going to get back up to full speed. It looks like Dustin taking his time here, might wait to put the hammer down until they come out of that first turn, getting a little bit of help to get turned around there by Tim Pope. But here we go, getting a very interesting restart here, going back to green flag racing. Dustin Really quite clear, everybody, as we got action going on behind him. Got Jess Vaught and Timothy Pope getting sideways into each other. You got Kelly Keel and Josh Bittner getting sideways into each other. You got Jonathan Osborne trying to make up some ground here as we're 3-4 wide coming through the exits of some of these corners. And good Lord, here we go.
these guys are hitting each other like they forgot deviled eggs. Oh my God!
Oh, Josh Bittner going for a tumble, and we got Kelly Keel on his side.
Well, Kelly forgot the deviled eggs. That's for damn sure. Turn him 16 ways to Dallas. What in the hell?
Able to get back onto those wheels and rolling once again here as Albert Anderson is able to kind of get through that, but Josh Bittner sending it hard across that jump, able to steal that spot away and make a very interesting pass on him as he's got Dave Hot Rod Mayberry and Eric Klafka coming up behind them. Timothy Pope losing a little bit of ground here to Jess Vaught and Dustin Really, but Jess Vaught in a pretty good spot, not letting Dustin drive away too hard after that restart, as Dustin might have added a little too much drift to that dirt and lost a lot of momentum, and Jess Vaught's able to close that gap just a little bit more to keep that race up at the front just as exciting as when it first started.
The 12 of Anderson do the same thing, just get a little bit too sideways. Lost a little bit of time to the guy behind him in the 88, or I'm sorry, in the 29, but not enough to let him pass. As Jeff Vaught, he's one of those guys, or Jess Vaught, I'm sorry, he's one of those guys that if he's behind you, he's good at chasing people. I'm not sure that he's as good when he's in front of somebody, but if he's behind you, it gives him something to shoot for. And man, that guy is doing everything he can to catch the 37 or really.
Yeah, he's driving the damn thing like his family member up front didn't bring the deviled eggs to the damn Thanksgiving dinner.
This is a sore issue with you.
Well, I'm just saying, it should have happened. I was doing everything else, and they didn't bring the deviled eggs. And
did you have dressing, though? Did you have dressing?
Well, I had that. That was really amazing. Well,
every year.
Yeah, it was good. Just like to complain a little bit. It's good racing out here. I'm bitching about deviled eggs.
As Kelly Keel able to keep it on all four wheels now and is trying to catch up to Jonathan Osborne. It looked like Ricky Wittenberg had a little bit of a tumble, able to get it back onto all four wheels. Looks like Albert Anderson and Eric Klafka's that little battle is going to be heating up here any second, as Klafka sending it deep into these turns, almost getting into that back bumper up to 12, but able to just keep it off of it. And Dustin Really and Jess Vaught still really haven't been separated quite yet, racing it out. But we do have a little bit of separation. Oh no, as I believe that was Albert Anderson getting a little too drifty into that turn, so that's going to allow Klafka to just kind of drive right on through. Unfortunately, the wonderful Marshall, all dressed in orange there, walked in front of the camera, so couldn't quite see exactly what happened, but kind of get the gist of it as they kind of come through one of these turns here. You know, looks like Albert Anderson not done quite yet with Klafka, trying to steal that position back away from him as Bittner and Pope, that little battle is starting to heat up as well.
Artie Osborne saying John Osborne whiskey incarnate, and then Jack Dixon saying it wasn't a gas stop, it was a whiskey break. Ashley Osborne saying no whiskey tonight. And Peyton McGowan saying, I'm praying that you'll get some deviled eggs soon.
Thank you so much. I'm making 6 dozen for Christmas, so just so you know, it'll be taken care of. Angry right now about
we're
that.
coming down.
Yeah,
we're free to go here.
You better watch that top 5. That's where your money's at. Albert Anderson, where we said, is fighting his way to make some money.
That we are. Oh no, as we got a truck tumbling all up and down, and that's Albert Anderson. Oh no, getting in the way of the 81, and he is securely on that side. A little bump from Kelly Keel, and here he goes. Back around onto his wheels we go. Oh no, as Josh Bittner goes for a ride. Barrel rolling 8, 9, 10 times out into the stands, and that's going to lead to a tow for him.
Well, some bad luck. I was watching Albert there. They helped him out when they flipped him back over, but man, that's some fun stuff to see those things tumble a little bit when you're not expecting it, right?
And unfortunately for Osborne, that slowed him up just a little bit. Same thing with Kelly. Actually, for Kelly, it might have helped him. He was able to get back on that throttle and straighten out a little bit quicker, knowing that he had a little bit of a backstop there for him as Albert Anderson coming through one of these sharp hairpin turns, able to get it back going. And so now we got Jeremiah Burke and Jonathan Osborne. That little bit of a battle here. This is that battle for fifth starting to heat up. Jeremiah Burke sitting in that spot. We've seen Jonathan Osborne, though. He is quick. He just getting around some people is the problem.
He's sitting there right within striking distance of more money. So I think he's going to do it, man. I got good faith in him. But he does amazing things there, working that wheel, Jonathan Osborne.
Yeah, it's
just should see a good battle here.
We should, as Timothy Pope having really a whole bunch of room behind him, like 10 seconds behind him. He's got nothing to worry about as Eric. Oh, excuse me. It's actually just 1 second. It's Eric Klafka who's got that 10-second gap to back to Jeremiah Burke after Josh Bittner having that little bit of an issue and flip-flopping out into the stands as Jonathan Osborne sends it in and is able to get around Burke. Let's see if he's able to hold it as they go side by side through the final turn. Osborne getting turned and a little sideways. Both of them still beating and banging as they came across the line. Eventually, it all got figured out to Jeremiah Burke to get that position back.
Whoa, man, they had a little fight right there, a little scrap. But we're not going to see the end of it. None of them are going to quit. They're going to keep fighting.
As Dustin really gets a little bit of all sideways, and that's going to allow Jess Vaught to take the lead.
Man, Jess Vaught, hard fought, man, but he's up there.
Let's take a look back to see what happened exactly there to when those two passed each other. Looked like they got into each other a little bit. You know what? I can't find it, but somehow Jess Vaught was able to get out in front. So you know, Dustin really, who's been essentially leading this thing from the get-go, looking to steal that position away, and it's going to be driving it hard to catch right back on up to him. As I think the white flag is now flying here, boys.
And just Jonathan Osborne and Jeremiah Burke here are just getting after one another.
Here you go, the race for the lead's heating up. They were side by side there, but the 37er really just couldn't make that pass happen.
And we'll follow along with our chopper view just so we don't miss a section of this action here. Oh no, as lap car gets all spinned out, that's going to send Vaught up and into the air, doing a wheelie, allowing Dustin really to get driven right on by and take the lead here as they head into this kind of latter half of this lap. And that's going to allow Timothy Pope as well to get around Jess Vaught. So Timothy Pope up a free extra spot as now Jess Vaught's got the 88 of Eric Klafka. As I think that's Dave Hot Rod Mayberry sending it for a tumble behind them again. Man, oh man, talk about a crazy happening of events as we head on through and come to an end here today. One final turn here for Dustin Reilly, coming around the final corner and across the line, picking up the win here today, getting all those leftovers in this crazy Thanksgiving leftover scramble, followed by Pope, followed by Vaught, followed by Klafka, and the final paying position for the top 5 isn't going to Osborne quite yet as him and Burke get into it. That's going to allow Kelly Keel to drive right on through and steal that 5th spot.
Amazing. That's why you never quit right there.
Stolen money right there. That's $10 stolen. Wow.
That's why you don't quit till the finish line. Wow, man. What a race. This was exciting as all get out, man.
Definitely crazy, something different, something out of the ordinary for us, and I think for them as the drivers of the Vigilante Racing League. It looked like they had fun. I'm pretty sure they did.
Jack Dixon saying on YouTube, Mayberry casually flips over 10 times in the background. Yeah, that was funny. That's what I was laughing at last race.
Yeah,
Sorry, Dave.
He spent a lot of time flipping things today. But it's fun, man.
Ooh.
It almost made me forget the deviled egg issue I've had going on over here for the last
almost, but not quite.
Well, in that meantime, let's kind of talk to some of these drivers here now in this post race. We'll start off with our 3rd place finisher of Mr. Jess Vaught in that 33 truck. Well, actually 4 truck here tonight. Guess you weren't able to change that number for you, but talk about a great way to kind of continue the celebrations of, yesterday being Thanksgiving and all that with this leftover race, Jess. And man, it looked like it was a blast to be out there, but not only that, but it was competitive as well, especially after the restart. You really didn't leave really much room in between you guys. You even took the lead there at one point. Just kind of unfortunate you had a lap truck kind of sitting on his roof just a little bit, and that caused you a little bit of delay. But hey, still able to finish 3rd here, and man, it was talk about a great event to be at.
Yeah, it was actually the perfect event to burn off the extra calories from yesterday, because certainly got my heart up out here racing with these guys, and even the heat races, it was super competitive, and we're side by side. Hopefully it made for great television. And then that, what was it? Dustin got knocked out of the lead by a lap car, and so maybe it was karma coming back on me to get the same thing. But it happens, and it wasn't any ill intent there. So, but we had a great time, man. It was an awesome run.
We had a great time watching, that's for damn sure. And the consensus kind of was, I talked to Ricky a little bit about it. He said it was pretty much the 37 truck's race to lose. But, man, we saw how great you did following. I think you're one of those guys kind of like me that you'd rather be behind somebody trying to catch them than have somebody trying to catch you. And we just thought you did really well chasing these guys down, and really made a great effort out of it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that I wanted to give a shout out to my coach, Dustin Reel. So yeah, so good job for him. He helped. I was about 5 or 6 seconds off the pace, and gave you just a couple of tips. And you're right. I'd rather be behind you and looking for some kind of window, something that you're not doing well, or an opportunity for me to get around you. So I was sitting pretty good, and I thought, man, I got this in the bag. And then my teammate actually was the lap car that knocked me out of that opportunity, but he didn't mean to do it. So it was a great time, though.
Yeah, it's nothing like family having a good time with you at Thanksgiving, and that happened to me if you watch the broadcast. But regardless, it was all for fun, and you made $20 out of the deal, and we had a fun time watching. Just totally a different event. We're just kind of lost for words of what was going on out there, but it looked like y'all were having a blast.
Yeah, we were having a good time. We actually kind of kicking around, maybe starting a different truck league on a Friday or Saturday night for this type of, for the folks in the league who want to do this type of racing, because we certainly had a great time at it. And before I forget, we give a shout out to Lori, race director for this league. She does a great job for us all the time, and I want to make sure I mention all that she does and supports, especially me, but also the league as a whole.
100%. For sure.
And thank you to Ricky's sponsorship too, Keller Williams. I know you guys have probably talked about it. D&D Graphics. He's really supporting us, and I think it's made it this a very enjoyable league.
Yeah, that as well. And as we got Mr. Hot Rod himself sneaking on up here to maybe add a little insult to injury in there.
Official apology. I need to put it out there so everybody knows. I'll have to send him and his wife like a gift card or something.
Oh, man.
Like that.
Not sure how much money I cost him.
Nah, you're good. It's like that scene from the Waterboy 29. I got you, man.
I thought, I knew they were behind me, and I called them on the radio and said, let me know when I need to get out of the way. Then I cooked that corner, and I thought I was back deeper in the marbles, and then I realized I'm like, oh, I'm not.
Well, I thought you said, let me know when you want me to get in the way, because that's what it seemed like.
Oh, no. I did get in the way.
I was like, do it right now on the last lap. Perfect timing.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if I'm going to be your wife's favorite anymore.
She loves you more than she loves me. Don't worry about it. But, hey, guys, thanks for the broadcast and doing this.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
thanks, guys.
It was a great time.
A lot of fun, man.
We had fun watching y'all, especially you, Hot Rod. You turned that thing over at least 20 times during the race. Good job.
Yeah, that those two jumps before the up and over the hill, that one got me twice today. So, oh well, it's fun.
Yeah, well, all right, guys, we got a couple other people we got to talk to, so we'll let you guys go for now, and look forward to seeing the action you guys got from Watkins Glen coming up next week on Wednesday.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam, Allen, and Alan. You guys are doing a great job for us, and we really do truly appreciate that. Have a good night.
Thanks, bud.
All right, so we'll now head on up to our second place finisher, who is kind of no stranger to this broadcast booth. That's going to be Mr. Tim Pope. Now, Tim, man, it's almost like we could put you in anything that's got four wheels and an engine or anything, and you're going to go out there and do pretty well at it. You easily won the heat that you were in, but not only that, but you were able to stick it out and able to finish second here in the main event. And talk about just how it's obviously a big change and difference from what we normally do on Wednesdays, but how much fun and just the added craziness that an event like this kind of created.
Yeah, it makes it very interesting and fun. It's totally different, like you said, sliding around and trying to keep your wheel span under control, put the power down. I spent about 175 laps the earlier today trying to figure this place out.
Damn, you're one of those guys that really put the time in, that's for sure. One thing I wanted to ask you was, do you eat stuffing or dressing? And then the other question is, how do you like your turkey? Fried, smoked, baked? How do you like it?
Fried turkey, and I don't eat stuffing or dressing.
Oh, you don't eat either one? You don't fill up on bread. Hey, that's actually pretty smart. You can eat more meat.
Only protein and fried is probably a good choice.
Yeah.
Hey,
100%.
$30 back in your pocket, man. You're killing this league. You're making money left almost every week, so congrats. And we had fun out there. I knew you were going to be up there in the top. Those laps you put in actually helped you out there.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, well, alrighty, man. We wish you good luck next week at Watkins Glen. I mean, if this goes to show anything, we know you're able to put the work in and make a good result happen here. And I know you said you don't necessarily even own Watkins Glen quite yet. And, I'm sure we're probably going to see you up there once again, man. And good luck next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I got to get the track and start practicing on it sometime this weekend, I guess.
Good deal.
Yeah. As we head on up to our race winner, and the one that was probably picked by just about everybody was that 37 truck of Dustin Reilly. Man, you easily walked away with a pretty clean heat win, and then we get into this main, and for about half of it, it looked like, yeah, here he goes again, and then we had that little bit of a competition yellow come out, and next thing you know, we got a battle here between Jess and Dustin. And, man, there's no other way to compare it to, our typical Wednesday night races. That's just completely different atmosphere and kind of just general level of, racing. But we come out here, we got people tumbling all over the place. We got passes being made, trucks bumping into each other, and just this craziness. And you somehow here walk away on top. Just kind of tell us how fun it was to be out there with all these guys, and just kind of enjoying a competition without all the normal competition you see on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, these guys are pretty much top notch in our class, and just in a couple of days they gained, some of them 8-10 seconds. I mean, that's just how talented they are in this, and it's just an honor me get to be in the league with them. I mean, I'm not very good on those tight tracks that they run, but here, dirt's a little different. You got to be really disciplined on your throttle here. And I swept the weekend. It was fun.
We did talk to a couple of the guys that said you kind of helped them out. You gave them some pointers here and there and helped them improve their times. And we really appreciate the sportsmanship and stuff that we see in this league. Everybody's kind of trying to help each other get better. And all that, and it's a lot of fun to watch you guys day in, day out. But you're one of those guys, you really do run on dirt, don't you? You have a street stock car or something, I believe.
Yes, I got a new one we're building this year, so this next season in the spring will be my first year into it. Yes.
Awesome, that's great.
Okay,
yeah, I give them guys maybe one or two too many pointers.
You might have, but you still came out in front. But let me ask you this. First of all, where are you going to race that thing? Because I'd like to see it myself. I know that everything's on the internet now. So where are you going to race your actual car?
Yeah, it's going to be some tracks in Tennessee, Thunderhill Raceway, and Hornwall, Tennessee, be Tennessee Nationals, and Alabama. There'll be some tracks and North Alabama Speedway and Moulton Speedway, and then I'll be going to Mississippi and running Magnolia Motor Speedway and stuff. Lucas Series runs there, so it'll be fun. It'll be a new experience for me. I've been around it. My dad raced for years, and he's about to step back and let me take the reins and learn how to do it.
Well, if they ever feature y'all on Dirt Vision TV or something, please drop the link, because we could do a little watch party deal or something. That'd be fun,
Definitely.
wouldn't it, Adam?
Yeah, I would watch it for sure.
Yeah, and I'm going to do some YouTubing on it and stuff, get me some GoPros and everything, so.
Oh,
well, fun.
I'm looking forward to that. Well, first of all, you made a little money tonight. It's not going to help you out. It might buy you something super small on the car. But let me ask you this serious question of the race. For Thanksgiving, deviled eggs, no deviled eggs?
No deviled eggs. They didn't have any.
Well, would you prefer deviled eggs?
Yes, I love them.
Me too. So that's what I had an argument about.
Maybe not later on, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Congrats. Awesome run. It was fun to watch you out there. And, hey, good luck in that racing endeavor. We're going to try to follow that, too.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I think y'all do a good job broadcasting, too, on YouTube.
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, man. So again, we'll let you go here, but getting up to that big old win spot here, finishing first in front of everybody here today. Again, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you out here again on Wednesday at Watkins Glen.
Oh.
That says it all right there. Oh.
Now you put some laps in, you'll be all right.
If you can get somebody to throw some dirt on it, I might be all right.
I bet you're right.
All right.
Oh, mercy.
Whew, man, that's today was too much fun, boys. Way too much fun.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad we had this race, because it's the day after a major holiday and all the family's gone home, and what are you going to do? You know, a lot of people are off today. And to have something like this, to bring some people out and have some viewers online watching this stuff. And I mean, it's just a perfect time of year for this. And it's a great day to have some leftovers and watch the leftover scramble here. Vigilante Racing League. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a blast. Thanks to D&D Race Graphics, Ricky Wittenberg, Keller Williams, Johnson City, Tennessee. He can do it for you anywhere he goes. So just look him up. It doesn't matter if you're Alaska, Maine, Texas, Florida. It don't matter. Just hit him up. Keller Williams, Eastern. What is it? Tennessee, Johnson, Tennessee. Anywhere in Tennessee, but anywhere in America, basically. Hit them up and they can help you out for your realty needs.
As we wind this one down, let's run through the final finishing order of all 13 trucks here. We had Dustin really out on top, followed by Timothy Pope and Jess Vaught. Those three basically having a great race just from the get-go, and saw some great battles there. Then we saw the 88 of Eric Klafka finishing in fourth. He had a battle with Kelly Keel. Same thing with Jonathan Osborne there, able to finish sixth and get some extra money, I believe, because he had that fastest lap of the race. So even though he finished out of the money, out of the top five, he's able to walk home with a little bit of extra cash. And then you got Jeremiah Burke and Albert Anderson following those guys up, and those guys had a great battle. Ricky Wittenberg just running into some problems and getting some lap backs and whatnot, able to eventually come up just a little bit short there, but still a ninth place finish for him. Josh Bittner was up there for a while until sending it flying quite literally into the stands a little bit there, but able to walk away with a 10th. You got Simon the Cobra Sregis. Didn't see too much action from him. If anything, I think we saw him try to help drivers flip back over onto their wheels more than the race in action from him, but still glad to have you out here, Simon. Same thing with Dave Hot Rod Mayberry. You heard him publicly come out and apologize to Mr. Jess Vaught there for possibly ruining a possible win from him, but still out here having a great time. And also rounding out that rest of the field in 13th, that's going to be Russell Endicott. You might recognize him from all the times cheering on his favorite drivers every Wednesday night. Glad to see him able to come out here and actually join some of the guys he roots for and sees week in and week out, and have a little bit of racing action for him. Not the necessarily the best truck to maybe come out and show his stuff, but hey, you know, that's why this one was for fun. It's for everybody who could want to come on out and enjoy some racing action. So thanks, Russ, for always following us here as we broadcast, and coming on out here to have some fun with these guys. And yeah, that is it for this leftover scramble. And boy, was it ever a scramble here at Crandon in these Pro 4 Stadium trucks. We thank you all for tuning in and watching and commenting and all that. We always appreciate it. You're the reason why we do it. So big time thank you to all you guys. And we look forward to seeing the race in action that we got coming up here. I think we got something coming on Tuesday, and then we got these guys again on Wednesday, and then we got some more the last week of the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series on Friday. So championship race for that. But until then, I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We are signing off. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
We gone.
See ya.